watching the illest up in the business. I'm hoping to make a killing. Get at me, going coast to coast, going coast to coast. We going coast to coast, coast to coast.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Football Talk. And in this episode, what we're going to be talking about is the Kansas City Chiefs. And the reason why I'm talking about this is one of you guys had actually sent in a request to do something. And like I said in my previous videos, if you send anything in, I'll be more than willing to do it. And here we go. This is an example right here. And to make this special episode even more special, I actually brought on another sports writer, bloggist person. He mainly deals with the Chiefs. He has his own show on thesportstuff.com called The Chiefs Zone, and he's also a blogger on the Bleacher Report. And I would like to welcome y'all, Farzin Vousoughian.
Hey RJ, thanks for having me, man. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Happy to be on. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Thank you for coming on, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what I would want to start off with is talk about the Oakland Raider game. So, since you're the Chiefs guy, why don't you start us off and give us your input on it?
I really was not expecting that dominant of a performance from the Chiefs defense. That had to be the most dominant performance defensively I have seen in Chiefs history. I've been a close watcher of football for 10 years, and I have never seen a team-dominant performance like that on defense. You started off with Kyle Bowler throwing 3 interceptions, one to Kendrick Lewis, the second-year safety, and he goes out there, takes it all the way for a touchdown. Then you got Brandon Flowers with a pick, and then several other guys. Brandon Flowers comes away with his second interception, takes that one back for a touchdown, this time against Carson Palmer. And you saw right there what happened after that. The Chiefs just dominated 21 points off of turnovers. 2 of them were defensive touchdowns. And for the Oakland Raiders, there was just no stopping Kansas City. I mean, they were unstoppable on defense. It was really just a dominant performance. Again, I have never seen that in my life as a Chiefs fan. So for Brandon Flowers and company to do that, really the offense didn't even have to do anything. Castle didn't even play that well in this game, but that did not matter at all. Flowers, he did win the AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and that's going to be a big carryover going into the Monday night game against San Diego. A huge motivation builder, putting the Chiefs at 3-3 now on the season.
Very well put, I must say. I'll be honest with you, I actually thought I'd come on here and play a little devil's advocate with you, because I looked at the highlights, and I figured just with the interceptions, scoring all the points, and not really any offensive production being seen, just with the highlights, I figured the Chiefs should have blew them out. But looking back, every player has a lot of defensive penetration, whether it be the blitz or just the D-line itself. So I thought that was pretty good on the Chiefs' part. They played very well, totally outplayed the Raiders' physical style play with their offensive line, so that really surprised me. And so I guess we can move on from that. The next topic I wanted to discuss was the upcoming game against the Chargers. Farzin, how do you feel of their chances of winning that game?
I'm really looking forward to this game. It's going to be on Halloween. I'll be there. I know a lot of people who are going to be there, hoping to meet up with some of my friends who I haven't seen in a while. But I mean, that's going to be a really big game. And I think this game right here, the Monday night game, probably the most anticipated game, the most anticipated Chiefs game I have heard in a long time. Just these two teams met last year on Monday Night Football at the same venue at Arrowhead Stadium. It was in Week 1 of the 2010 regular season, and the Chiefs just stunned the world when they defeated the Chargers 21-0. They had 2 of their rookies go out there and get their touchdowns on their debuts, which is great. Then eventually the Chiefs finally a different team in the AFC West won the division other than the Chargers. So the Chiefs went out there, and now there's a lot of fuel to the rivalry, because San Diego was supposed to win this division last year, and they were really upset about it. Just fell 1 game short, and that one difference maker was the opening game on Monday Night Football. So just like last year, this year is going to be another intense game, and the winner of this game is going to be first place in the AFC West. Now, if the Chiefs win, there's a three-way tie. The Chiefs defeated the Raiders, so they beat them in the tiebreaker right there. Now, as for the tiebreaker against the Chargers, the Chiefs win with the fourth tiebreaker rule, and that is the conference record. The Chiefs will have a slightly better conference record than the Chargers. So for the Chiefs to go 0-3 to 4-3 in the division, never did I see that coming. And after the 0-3 start, and there's that golden opportunity they cannot let slip away from their hands. That Monday night game is going to be huge, and Phillip Rivers coming into town, and he's not himself this year. 7 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. This is a big opportunity for the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like you said, I did not expect them to be this far, especially after their 0-3 start. I mean, the way they've been playing right now on a 3-game winning streak, hopefully that's enough confidence to boost them further along in this game. And like you said, Phillip Rivers is not himself. The Chargers are really not what they were in the previous years. I think Chiefs definitely have an opportunity to step up, and for them to be in a 3-way tie for this division is huge for this year, especially last year after losing Charlie Weiss, their offensive coordinator, who I believe was the heart and soul of that offense. Fit Matt Castle very well in that system. So it's going to be a huge game. I see a lot of good things to come for the Chiefs this year. Hopefully they're able to outplay the Raiders in their final meeting so they can possibly take the division, because I think that's going to be a key game as far as the AFC West goes. Because with Norv Turner, he's not really, in my opinion, I don't think he's that great of a head coach, especially to take the lead of a 14-2 Chargers team, and now they're basically almost out of playoff contention. So this week starts a huge controversy in the AFC West if the Chiefs were to win, and it could be enough momentum to go along throughout the season, hopefully through that tough part of the schedule where they play New England, the Jets, Steelers, and other such teams. So hopefully the Chiefs can take this momentum and actually win the division, and I think it's a very good possibility. And another key thing for the Chiefs is for Matt Castle to step it up. So hopefully that's the case, and Chiefs could be in for a very good season this year if they keep it up.
Yeah, no doubt. And you mentioned those 5 games, the 5-game stretch. That's going to be crucial right there. I'm not quite sure how Matt Castle is going to be able to survive that 5-week stretch. The next 3 games are really important. You've got San Diego. That's a division game you have to win. You've got the Dolphins, I believe. I can't remember if it's the Dolphins next or the Broncos, but those 2 teams are after the Chargers. And those are, 2 easy games right there you could pick up. I don't know what Tim Tebow's going to do in this game. He always seems to have his fourth quarter magic. But the Chiefs have a really good opportunity to provide a winning streak, and every game counts because those 5 weeks are going to be brutal, and they could set Kansas City back. And Kansas City's going to have to win whatever they can before the latter part of their schedule comes.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. As like you said, these next 3 games, the Chargers, Dolphins, and Broncos, they're all at home for the Chiefs, so hopefully that plays a huge factor for them. I definitely think they could pull it off against the Chargers this week. Like I said, to keep that momentum up. Dolphins, I'm a Dolphins fan myself, and they're definitely in for the Andrew Luck sweepstakes, so that's probably a win for the Chiefs right there. And like I said, against the Broncos, Tim Tebow's heroics, it's a possibility, but Tim Tebow, he's not that NFL quarterback. It's a pocket passer-driven league. He's definitely not that, so I don't think his little running around and scrambling for his life thing can keep him going for too long. So
yeah, he's got to learn to play football for 4 quarters. It's plain and simple.
Great college quarterback, I'll give him that, but he's just not NFL ready, and definitely not the style of play it is today. So, is there anything else you want to talk about the Chiefs? Because I think that just about does it for me.
I think it's just really incredible what the Chiefs have done in the past 3 games rather. You lose Tony and oddly enough, coincidentally, in order, these were my favorite players. You lose Tony Moeaki for the season. You lose Eric Berry for the season. You lose Jamal Charles, and here you are. And the Chiefs are now in a position to actually take the lead in the division. I mean, I didn't even see this coming. My only concern is the Chiefs might miss the playoffs, barely. They might barely miss the playoffs, and it could be because of one of those guys not being on the team. The Chiefs were spoiled last year because their worst injury was Tyson Jackson, who's slowly showing that he is a number 3 overall pick, but he's still not worth the money. And then after that, you had Matt Castle, who missed 1 game because he had to undergo an appendectomy. But the Chiefs went from being the healthiest team in the NFL to one of the worst teams. And I'm just worried at the end of the season that could be the difference maker. So there's some level of concern right there. But hopefully Todd Haley can keep his team on track and get this team back on. And he's got the beard going too. So hopefully opponents can fear the beard as the Chiefs continue to roll.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
There you go.
All right, guys. So I think that's just about does it for me. Is that it for you, Farzin?
That'll do it.
All right. Well, that's it for me. Follow me on Twitter, RJFootballTalk. Also, follow Farzin on Twitter at Farzin21. And check him out, thesportstuff.com, host of the Chiefs Zone. And he's also a blogger on the Bleacher Report. So, I think that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for watching, and keep on tuning in.